and you're wondering what's going to happen to you day to day. I saw a story, and I want you both to weigh in on this, because I just imagine anybody in this position would just have to be terrified, where you look at your life, your own life, you're an individual, and you are now a political pawn in the back and forth between the U.S. and Russia. And the story I saw was Vladimir Putin didn't want to make a decision before midterms because he didn't want the appearance of giving Joe Biden a victory. So, I mean, this is all playing out at a level that has nothing to do with the human being here who is being unjustly held in another country with no end in sight. Jim, I know I know you're both passionate about this. Jim, you first, then Natalie. I want to get your opinion on it as well. Jim, what are you thinking?
No, I think you covered it well. The reason I put it at the top of my feed is that it's very easy to become numb to this or to forget about it. But this is a real human being. This is a person who has a wife, who has a family, and we shouldn't forget about her. As you say, she is a political pawn in this game that's going on right now. And the thing that concerns me is that, as her wife had said previously, she felt that she was being forgotten by us over here. And so from that standpoint, that's why I put it at the top of my feed after, you read that she's being transferred to a penal colony is, man, let's keep talking about her. Let's keep this on the front burner.
Right.
Because, man, on a human level, it's just so, it's just devastating, that she has to go through this right now. So that's why I put it at the top of my feed, and I think you covered it very well.
Yeah, I mean, my heart kind of sunk when I woke up and saw the news. So it's just really devastating. And you feel helpless because there's not much more we can do besides continue to talk about it, send letters. We have the ability to send letters. There's different things that we can do to show support. If you're a praying person, pray. But it's just a very devastating situation. And she's not the only one being held, but she's the biggest name being held. And so, that this is taking so long, the goal is that eventually she will, they'll be able to get some kind of deal to happen, but that this is being delayed, like you said, Michael, for things like Putin not wanting to make it look like he's giving, Biden a win. It's just gut-wrenching. I can't imagine what her family is going through. And so I just continue to personally keep them in prayer.
Yeah,
8 months.
You know what?
I mean, 8 months.
I mean, it's really crazy. And since I mentioned the midterm thing, it's difficult I think this is why a lot of people are kind of desensitized, to use your word, Jim, to the whole political process, because they feel like their voices, their organic voices, are not being heard. There's so many people who have a stake in this. So the politicians have their own ground that they're trying to protect, and they will talk about things that are politically expedient to discuss. And then there are people who are giving money. They're big donors. So because they got money, they get their agenda in there. They get their platform. And I think in some of these political conversations, what you'd like somebody to say, wait a minute. For example, you guys are talking about all these issues. How about this? You have people who haven't had kids in school for 30 years talking about what's happening in our classroom, and they don't even know. Okay, you got all these people who are talking about, oh, this is happening. You don't know that. This is a talking point for you. But let's get beyond the talking point. What would you do, political candidate? What would you do about this situation? Well, an American citizen is being held unfairly, unjustly held. What would you do? How can we, these are real life issues. I know, so the economy is a real life issue, and the price of gas and real estate's too high, but also this, because if you put yourself in this position, anybody, no matter where you stand politically, this is terrifying, that you could just go, you could be in another country, no matter how you feel about what she did, or, you're in another country and you think you're going home, And months later, you're still in that country and nobody's telling you what's going on. That's the real, that's the real politics. That's the real stuff that we want answers to that I don't, you're right, Jim, enough people aren't talking about it. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.